But hey, you know what? We're talking about a different topic today. Somebody that we can celebrate, somebody that we all hold in high regard, somebody you were lucky enough not only to meet, but to actually be in the ring with.
Yeah,
We lost
unbelievable, huh?
Antonio Inoki. Boy, what a legend. And Rick, you know, a lot of us listening to this, we grew up hearing that, man, this is the guy who fought Muhammad Ali. This is the guy who helped, you know, revolutionize Japanese wrestling, one of the biggest stars ever, involved
Yep.
with the government. But most of us never actually met him or were in his presence or knew what sort of legacy he had in Japan. Most of us have never been to Japan. Can you contextualize how big of a star and how important Mr. Inoki was to wrestling in Japan?
Um, I'm only saying this out of respect and because I'm old enough. But next to Ricky Dozan, who probably is, I would say Inoki's the biggest star in history of Japan, bigger than Bob and Ricky Dozan because of his political background. He was he and Inoki were partners. Of course, they split. I don't know all. I've heard, different reasons why they split. And he opened his own company called New Japan, and very similar to the back at one point in time, it was like the Monday Night
Yeah,
Wars. I mean, they were that big, and like Brody and Hanson would jump back and forth. Well, Brody jumped back and forth. Hanson never left Baba, but I mean, and the guys, the Americans that went over there made tremendous money. I'm talking about in the '80s. Brody and Hanson were getting like 25 grand a week
oh my.
in the '80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I went over there as the world champion, I got $3,000 a day.
Wow.
I mean, that's a lot of money to make back then when you go for a week.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, nothing like now, but I mean, over there then that was a lot of money.
Absolutely. It's big money for sure.
Wrestling was so big back then over there, and of course you've been. So these guys, like we call them sponsors, all they wanted to do was hang around you. They would take you out. They'd pay for everything. You could buy pearls for your wife, for a girlfriend, custom made clothes. I mean, it was unbelievable. You've been, right?
Yeah. I went to Wrestle Kingdom a few years ago. It was
Yeah, you
fantastic.
told me that. Yeah.
Really a surreal experience. But Inoki, man, he was a giant, you know, a huge star. And then
Well, he's Korean.
the